connect with people. Doesn't mean I don't like them or that they don't like me. I can get along with anyone. If you have a decent set of social graces, that's really not an issue. I'm talking about soul connection, kindred spirit. I have no issue loving people. Quite the opposite, actually. But I love people for who they are and what's unique about them. Not for how I feel they're similar to me. We can have similar tastes, but a lot of times I feel like we like the same thing for different reasons. I don't see it as bad, just it is what it is. I may feel like I'm gonna say the exception is with musicians or artistic types, but nah. In fact, I found in my experience that as much as I love someone's work, the more I learn about them personally, the less I feel that we're similar. And going to concerts and sometimes meeting these people only solidified this opinion. I met huge rock stars who were really cool, and I met less than one-hit wonders who were straight assholes. And all types in between. It got to the point where I stopped being curious where they landed. Most important, I wouldn't dare ask anyone to change who they are for me. You have your reasons why you make your choices and live through things that I'll never know about. And chances are me saying that I usually don't connect with people could be what makes you feel connected to me. And I dig that. But isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Hello and welcome to another edition of The Record Shop. I'm Keith Maki, and per usual, I do my best to fill your prescription for high-grade pharmaceutical audio. So without further ado, let's get into this. If you're not familiar with the band Very Nice Person, they're a decent, alternative psychedelic band with some cool music, but recently they decided to do something that normally would be a bit suspect by bringing out their 60-year-old father to do some hip-hop at a club gig. Now, I say normally because particularly your father isn't Michael Diamond, also known as Mike D from the hip-hop pioneers, the legendary Beastie Boys, who after many years since the passing of MCA has dropped the first official music from either surviving members of the Beastie Boys. The track is called Switch Up and it's heavy on the drum and bass vibe with Mike D's familiar vocal tone and sense of wit in his lyrics. So if you're hoping for something close to the new Beastie Boys, it's not really that far from that, especially since they had such a wide variety of styles that it would make all the sense, sitting next to the rest of their catalog. I haven't seen anything yet about a full-length album in the near future, but anything can happen and that can change, so we'll see, and we'll keep you posted. Live solo shows have been confirmed for Los Angeles and then back to Brooklyn at the end of the month, so I wouldn't doubt more new music from Mike D is on the way, and if you want one more taste of Mike D, check out the song Consume or Be Consumed by Soft Play, who were called Slaves at the time. Mike D produced that track as well as the rest of that album. Now, if we can have some new ad rock to go with this new Mike D in 2026, it could be a most glorious year.
fans of Sonic Youth,
founding member Thurston Moore recently teamed up with producer for the Butthole Surfers, among others, Bonner Kramer, formerly known as just Kramer, which makes me wonder what he thinks of the Seinfeld character. Together they form a group with an equally funny name, and They Came Like Swallows. Okay. And with their first full-length offering being released on Silver Current Records, it's an experimental, atmospheric piece, as you may expect from anyone from Sonic Youth. It's a 7-song collection in what they're calling Sonic Activism, and they released a cover of the Joy Division classic Insight. And after the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame situation, I made it pretty clear how much I dig some Joy Division. And as much as I would like to be talking about a new Sonic Youth album, it's pretty clear that isn't going to happen. And that's a shame, because I really dig Sonic Youth, and especially their album Washing Machine, which I listened to heavily when I was healing a broken arm many years ago. And one of my all-time favorite concert memories was at Lollapalooza in 1995 when Sonic Youth was closing the show. And a lot of the crowd were apparently not hip and started to clear out, to the point where myself and the crew I went with were able to get as close as we wanted and actually be spread out relaxed over several rows. It was a beautiful summer night, and we were outdoors passing joints under the stars while Sonic Youth played, and what almost felt like a private concert, and they were amazing. And that was a great memory. That same day back in 1995 at Lollapalooza, I was lucky enough to catch a live set from one of the soundtracks of my late teens, and I'm talking about Cypress Hill. At the time, the only albums they had out were Black Sunday and the self-titled debut. So needless to say, every song was a classic in that set. And we ran into Sin Dog and Eric Bobo walking through the crowd later on that day. And after 4 years, they recently announced a brand new album called Dios Bendiga, ready to drop in late July. Not so fast though, hip-hop enthusiasts, because if you haven't been brushing up on your Espanol, you may be strictly listening to this one. With the whole album being in Spanish, being a first for the group, the lead-off single, Campeones, has Mellow Man Ace joining him, and apparently he was an original member of the group, which I didn't actually know. They also recently posted their awesome documentary, Insane in the Brain, on their YouTube channel, where previously it was only available on premium apps, and having watched it a couple times myself, I can tell you it's a good reason to get some rolled, put it in stereo if possible, and turn that shit up and enjoy it. It's really cool and it's really well made, and despite the fact that I don't speak Spanish, I'm looking forward to the new Cypress Hill dropping this summer. There are several Spanish-speaking groups I like Chicano Batman, Santana, and Los Lobos, so, that's enough to catch the vibe, and I'll be fine with this album. Something else that you can watch on YouTube at maximum decibels is a new concert from the Foo Fighters. Recorded at the Starland Ballroom in New Jersey not too long ago, it ripped through a couple hours of the hard rock and roll party that you can expect from Dr. G and the boys, kicking the show off with what may possibly be their first B-side, a song called Winnebago. You know how I love me some B-sides. Only downside to this is I was prepared for them to launch into Watershed like they used to at the end of Winnebago, and they did not. Oh well, I didn't have time to miss it as they rocked the house for what apparently was a low-dough ticket by today's standards. I only know this because Dave kept joking about giving the crowd their $30 worth. One of those benefits was laid on the crowd during the middle of the song No Son of Mine, where they launched into a wicked version of Ace of Spades by Motorhead, with Dave dedicating the song to Lemmy afterwards. And proving, like he said, the songs off the new album, Your Favorite Toy, translate well to the live stage, and new drummer Elon Rubin continues to prove he was a proper fit for the Foo Fighters. And when Dave forgot to give him his spotlight while he introduced the band, he played it cool. With returning legend Pat Smear pointing it out to Dave that he forgot to introduce him, Dave apologized and offered Elon his solo, to which he made the universal hand signal to keep the show rolling. I like that cat a little more every time I see him, and keep the show rolling than they did for 2 freaking hours. That's giving the people the $30 worth, so check that out on YouTube. Turn this shit up. And for your further podcast needs, be sure to check out our flagship show, the Powers Point Podcast, hosted by my buddy Scott Powers, as well as his show, Static Temptations, which he puts together a pretty cool fucking mix of all beat, no speak dance music, usually dropping on Saturday nights. And also for the freaky naughty, be sure to check out my buddies Dave and Dakota T-Bow for third floor assessments, dropping on Thursdays. So third floor Thursdays and Static Saturdays. Dig those. I live about 45 minutes away from an amusement park called Cedar Point, which has the biggest roller coasters in the United States. So if you like roller coasters, that's a summer destination. And it has been my whole life, but I've gone as long as just shy of 30 years between visits. Mostly because I'm not into roller coasters or heights in general. And they have an awesome water park too, but the last time we were there, I got a case of vertigo halfway up the stairs to a slide because I could see through the steps of the ground, and I wound up walking back down the steps while children bravely just strolled past me. The point of this story was not to humiliate myself, although that's where we stand right now. No, my point is, one thing that may have gotten me back to America's favorite fun park would be if they had a marquee music venue that brought in quality acts. Picture from the bands or the artist's point of view, spending a couple weeks residency at the best amusement park in the country, riding all the rides, trying all the amazing food that there's there, and there's no way you could try that with just a weekend pass. Then at night rocking the spot for a packed house of sun-baked fucking potential new fans, if not current ones. All of them already on an endorphin high from having the best time that they're gonna have all summer, if not for several fucking years to come. God forbid, but time flies, and like it's been decades since me and my buddies watched Sonic Youth Under the Stars, it easily becomes just as long between any kind of fun days in the summer. And I hope I'm able to go with my wife to Cedar Point this year because she loves it, but I know I would love it a lot more if it offered some live music. And the way they do, all things must pass, and it's no different for the Powers Point After Dark. And this week, myself and my partner Scott Powers go live on Podbean for the very last time, with them deciding to discontinue their live feature. So who knows when or even if we'll resurface, and I'd like to reiterate how grateful I am for anyone who's given us their time and attention. Whether you're a full-on 2300 Society member or catch us on the replay, I love and appreciate all of you, and I can't thank you enough for giving me a fun place to be on Friday nights. I've had a blast picking fights on Blunt Talk and flexing my knowledge of popular music on Beyond the A-Side. And at some point, we may do that some more, who knows? And with that will conclude another episode of The Record Shop. And I will continue week to week to fill your prescription for high-grade pharmaceutical audio for the foreseeable future. So until next time, dig it. Dig it. Dig it.
Pharmaceutical